Let's go! Ooh, yeah.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, welcome back to another vlog. How you doing? How are you doing?
They're good. It's Thursday, so it's the weekend.
It's the weekend, baby. It's Thursday morning. From Wednesday evening on, it's the new weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, this week it is actually Bank Holiday Friday, so it's technically the weekend.
But I'm going to be vlogging on Bank Holiday Friday and probably Saturday, so you better watch till the end. Come on. The sun is shining. Beautiful weather, blue skies. It's pretty hot actually. Bluebell's been out sunbathing.
Really warm.
Really warm. Megan just walks around in a bikini all the time like that because, you know, and the really thick, baggy, hot, sweaty jeans. That makes perfect sense. Well done.
Look at you, look the same.
Oh, shit.
You're the same as me.
Anyways, so last week I pretty much had a week off of lifting the weights, and then this week I've hit it quite hard as I can with the weights we have, but it's left me feeling a bit sore and achy, so I tend to get a sort of lower back stiffness and aches, and also upper back, just my back's a bit of a mess in general. So I'm gonna do a bit of yoga with Adrian. I think she's pretty big on YouTube. You might have heard of her. I'll link the exact video in the description box. Yoga for lower back pain, yoga with
Hey
Adrian.
everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adrian.
Hey.
I am Adrian, and today we have
Hey.
a sequence for the lower back.
Great, let's do it.
This is something that side to side, just kind of massaging the lower back, not squeezing like I feel.
I'm just doing my yoga. I start every day from a place of zen and tranquility. No, sorry, you're ruining my flow. Get off!
Get him!
My back! That's hurting my back. Hey, go fuck yourself. I'm trying to find my place of zen.
If it feels like that's yummy, do it a couple times. Massage.
Excuse me, get out of my camera shot. You always want to be in the spotlight. Splendid, my back feels a lot better now. Thank you, Yoga with Adrian. Now time for breakfast, and I've been getting some questions on how to make a really good smoothie, so I'm going to show you how to make a really good smoothie. Let's do it. Just going to stay here for a little bit longer, it's nice. Oh yeah, baby. Right, so to make a nice, healthy smoothie, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients, but your best friend is going to be a frozen fruit mix of some sort. I was actually going to go for a summer fruits mix, which is really nice, like berries, you know, raspberries, blackberries, there's blueberries in there too. Really nice, and I find the flavours almost like wakes you up, and it just feels like so healthy, but I've run out of that. So I'm doing the spinach, mango, kiwi and kale, which is also very good. It's what I have if I'm wanting to feel like really super healthy. You look in there, it's just complete green, and you get a nice green coloured smoothie. It's from Tesco, so you know, they've got loads of different ones. They've got frozen avocado in there. Sometimes I whiz up some avocado, banana, a bit of Greek yogurt, some vanilla protein and milk, and that comes out like the Joe and the Juice avocado shake. I don't know if you tried that. Firstly, what I do is I get my almond milk unsweetened. I'm not sure exactly how much it is in millilitres. What's going on up there? I usually weigh out about 200 ml, and to be honest, every smoothie's a little bit different. So if you whiz it up and it's too thick, add some more milk, you know, just adjust. A nice teaspoon of peanut butter. That's pretty much gonna go with any flavor, I think, regardless of what you're making. It's just gonna add a sort of creamy texture to it, and obviously a tiny bit of nuttiness too. Then I tend to weigh out about 150 grams of the frozen stuff, fruit or veg or both. This just looks mostly like kale, to be honest. Oh well, let's get it all in. And then you have your protein. I'll usually use vanilla, that's a safe bet. What are you up to, love? But I've just got a My Protein order. I ordered salted caramel, and now this is a bit of a risky one. I'm not sure it's gonna go with spinach and kale, salted caramel, but there's only one way to find out, hey? On the note of protein powders, I also got the chocolate brownie flavour from My Protein. which is awesome. Goes very well with cereal if you like shaking it up and putting it over your cereal. So I would recommend that. I'm sure this salted caramel is really, really nice. I'm just not sure if it's gonna go in this smoothie that well, but I like to experiment. And then you whiz it up. That's not too bad actually. I do prefer the forest fruits. I just love the sort of sharpness and the sourness, and in the morning I do find it wakes me up. And I think berries are particularly good for your brain health, so it might be a placebo effect, but I always just feel like really switched on after I've had that berry shake in the morning. But this one is also very good, and look, it looks healthy. It tastes healthy, but not too healthy. But yeah, just to recap the smoothies, it's basically, I weigh out 200 to 250 grams of milk, 150 grams of your frozen mix, whatever that is, and then add your protein. Vanilla's the safest bet. I've added a bit of salted caramel, and then, you know, a teaspoon of peanut butter, and then obviously experiment with different flavors. You can add like different fruits. Also, you can add oats to add a bit more sort of carbs if you want a bit more energy, but I'm just sort of walking around the house, so I tend to put my carbs later in the day, and I like to sort of not get too full up right at the start of the day. But yeah, that's it, experiment. And that is a bloody good way to start your day, I think. Healthy, nutritious, and tasty. Don't think these colours go. What do you think, Megan? Yeah? I'm scared. So basically the workout that I'm doing is a 3 exercise circuit. So there's gonna be burpees where you jump over a weight in between each rep, squat jumps where you have to leave the floor and you have to come down to parallel when you squat, and then a press up where you release your hands after every rep. So you take your hands off and then press up. So you do that, 10 reps on each, 10 times. And the challenge is to see how quickly you can do it. So it's basically a test of your own willpower and sort of how hard and how far you want to push your own body. I wasn't that happy with the score I got the other day. It was like 15 minutes, and I think I can drastically improve that. And I'm going to keep on doing this workout maybe like 2 or 3 times a week, just to see if I can actually progress with my sort of cardiovascular fitness. Because as I said in a few vlogs before, that is something that I actually want to, you know, focus on more in lockdown and then after lockdown. Moving my body more and getting my heart rate going and testing my cardiovascular strength, endurance system, you know. I'm very scared, to be honest, because I did nearly die doing this the other day. I want to beat my time that I got before, and then I'll be happy for the rest of the day. Timer on. Put my music on, no timer.
I get some bands and I get some bands and my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands and my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands and my little baby, yeah. I get some bands and I get some bands and my little baby, yeah. Lace up and drip it down, take her wherever, yeah. Say the word and we take trips on with whatever, yeah. Don't bring me down, she build me up, not talking teddy bears. She not Bonnie, I'm not Clyde, but if it need, we're down the ride. His and hers, the wave, we got the same taste. Blue, we like the same faces. Grinding day and night, I need a vacation. Bring my little baby, it's a bake.
So I might have done 11 rather than 10, which means I can take a bit more time off. Definitely beat my time by at least a minute, maybe even like a minute and a half, and if I did an extra round that I should have done, then I beat it by even more. So that's good. That's one thing about when you suck at things, when you first start trying to get better at something that you're not good at, the sort of learning curve is really steep. And then as you get better, it flattens out. So if you suck at something, you're gonna improve rapidly, that's what I'm saying. And that's quite a good thing about sucking at stuff. It's an incentive to try new things and to try get better at stuff that you haven't tried before. I think that's me for now. Me and Megan are doing a Q&A, so we'll answer all of you pervs questions. And I'm gonna go play some drums this afternoon too. So, catch you in a bit. And we are back
in the room.
Back in the room. So, yeah, we did Megan's Q&A, got a little bit tipsy. We answered some juicy questions like,
do you want to have kids sooner because of lockdown?
No.
No.
Is the answer to that. I think that's pretty much it. We've just popped to the local shop. I've got
some ready meals.
I can't be bothered to cook tonight. Oh, you got chocolate orange things.
Niall the
minis.
Chef. We've got loads of readiness. No, look at
so
these.
I sent Megan into the shop and this is what she came out with.
Let me show them.
Dirty
fries.
You're a dirty little bugger, you are.
Spicy fries topped with mozzarella, mature cheddar and Monterey jack cheese sauce and fiery jalapenos. I was going to say jalapenos. Too many gins.
That's exactly what I look for in my dirty fry. Some cheddar that's mature. Chicken arrabbiata.
Got some pasta.
And I got a chicken jalfrezi. So I sent Megan into the shop. I said, get something that's very quick to make and healthy. And that's what she comes out with.
No, you didn't.
No.
You said you liar.
Megan, would you like to make a baby with me?
Oh, I don't know what this secret is.
She hates it. I always stick the camera in her face and then she doesn't know what I'm talking about. But would you don't want to have babies with me?
You're the one that doesn't want to have babies with me.
We're going to create a new life right now on this vlog.
Go on then.
You guys want to see us make a baby? Look at this little jar, right? This is a jar, but it's not just any jar. It is a strawberries. It's a strawberry jar. I got sent it by Naked, who do the really nice little bars. And they also sent this in the gift box, and basically it's got strawberry seeds, and it's got these little pellets which I've been soaking for 10 minutes. So apparently you need to take the wrapping off of these. Might get a little bit messy. The strawberry seeds are going in. God, they're tiny little things, aren't they? Tiny little seeds. I don't even know.
There's loads. Is it going to make that many strawberries?
No, but not all of them will germinate. Oh. And then I think you just squash that down a little bit. And there you go. We made a baby.
Many more to come.
I just wanted to show off the jar really because it says my name on it.
Niall strawberries.
Niall strawberries, not anyone else's. And
Strawberries.
Strawberries. We're currently on the IG Live. Say hello to the vlog, guys. Let's see what they're writing. Flip it around.
Oh my god, I need a smoothie recipe from you guys.
Look. There you go, guys. If you watch my vlog, you might be able to see your own comment there. And what we're making is a Cajun chicken mac and cheese. I think it's turned out pretty well. And we're just putting the finishing touches on, which is some chopped chives. Woo! I don't know what the fuck that was. Let's start that again. Whew. And we're done with the live cook along. They are really fun. I'm always like feel a bit buzzing, like my head's like really like active, because obviously you're sort of concentrating, you've got people asking you questions, and you do a lot of talking for about 45 minutes to an hour, but it's really good. There was one major, I was about to say minor hiccup, but it was a major hiccup because I was about to say my phone. It wasn't my phone, it was Megan's phone that I was using because my phone broke officially today, so I've ordered a new one. That was the first bad thing to happen today. And the second bad thing that happened today was the fact that Megan's phone ran out of battery halfway through the live. So it got cut off and I couldn't save the whole thing. But we got there eventually and we ended up with some really delicious Cajun chicken mac and cheese, although it had fusilli in it, so we were calling it a what?
Maczilli.
A Maczilli. There you go. How was it? You enjoy that little meal?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Nice. And mac and cheese are so easy to knock up. And if you guys are wondering how I got the chicken in there, rather than just putting big chunks of chicken breast that I fried in, which is not very great, I oven baked it and then I shredded the chicken, which is like a nice little tip that you can do if you want to add chicken to dishes that don't necessarily easily go with chicken breast.
Bluebell tasted it and she liked it.
We also went to the shop. I'm going to make this very brief, but I wanted to just touch on groceries and shopping and just like ingredients in general, I guess, because I have been getting quite a few questions of people saying, how do you stay eating healthy during lockdown? Or how do you find inspiration and motivation to cook? And my answer would be, and this is something that this is sort of a revelation that I've arrived at recently during lockdown, like the answer to the question is, well, it starts with your food shop. Since lockdown, me and Megan have been forced to do like bigger shops, whereas we used to sort of probably go to the local shop every day and buy little bits and bobs. Now we're doing one big shop a week and that's pretty much it. So it's kind of forced me to think more about the ingredients I buy, and the ingredients you buy are going to determine how healthy you eat basically, and also how much you cook. So a few essentials that I say you should go for. Of course, like I've got the frozen fruit mixes, so we've got 3 big bags of them. Those should do us for the week. And then obviously onions and peppers. That's like such a big staple in loads of different cuisines. And then fresh herbs. I've got a bag of coriander here, and I've got a fresh basil plant over here. This was my basil plant from last week, and then that's my new one, little Bazzy. And then, you know, other things like garlic. I mean, this is not rocket science. I'm not like telling you any like massive secret that no one said before, but garlic, ginger, chilies, and then you've got your ground herbs. I've just got cumin and turmeric out here to show you, but I've also almost like started my own collection of spices. And just, you know, if you've got all this stuff in your cupboard ready to go, and then you think like, oh, I want to cook something Indian cuisine or Chinese cuisine or whatever, you can go online and look up a recipe, and you're more likely to have all the ingredients you need, because there's nothing worse than wanting to cook something and being like, oh, I can't get those ingredients. So that's just one thing, one big shot per week. Make sure you've got every single week a fresh load of chilies, onions, garlic, pepper, coriander, and then your ground herbs and your fresh fruits and your fresh herbs like I said coriander. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. 4 minutes already doing just that little bit.
You're so conscious of talking too much in your vlog.
No, I don't like long talking clips, so I try and keep them short, but then I end up rambling. What's the plan? It's Friday night, by the way, so we're nearly done. I'm doing one thing tomorrow, which I'm going to do with you guys, and I need the delivery to come tomorrow morning, so I can do it. Don't get your hopes up. It's really not. It's not really.
You're making me a cake.
No.
Kind of sounds like it.
No. How the fuck did you guess?
Because I went and did the food shop with all the list of things you wanted.
Yeah, that was one.
Why are you making me a cake?
Why have you got self-raising flour and cooking chocolate?
No, but we're gonna have our Saturday morning ritual, which is my favourite time of the week.
Oh yeah, so I mentioned this on my last video.
Are you gonna show them in the vlog?
Maybe. It's gonna start getting really long, but maybe I'll show you. And
just show them.
We're not doing the cheese on toast that we usually do, because I fancy a change.
Come on now, what are we gonna have?
Alright, I'll see how I feel in the morning.
Oh, Blue, get her. Oh, look at you. You little angel. You feeling good, Blue?
You look a bit worried about something. Have you done something bad?
What have you done?
You've not done a poopy somewhere you shouldn't, have you?
Do you need to go outside? Do you want to have a gin?
So, slight change in plan this morning in the Kirkland household. It is a Kirkland household, by the way. Anyone who tells you otherwise, anyone who might suggest that this is a Grub household, is just a plain-faced liar. But yeah, slight change of plan because my Amazon delivery hasn't arrived yet, and so I'm not able to do the surprise that I wanted to do for Megan. So instead, I thought I would show you mine and Megan's new Saturday morning routine, which I'm sure you've heard a little bit about already, but basically it's breakfast in bed for Megan, and we watch a little bit of Disney. I've actually been watching the Star Wars Clone Wars, the cartoon, really good. You should check that out on Disney Plus if you haven't. But yeah, breakfast in bed. I am gonna do Megan's favorite that she was going on about last night, and it's from this Dishoom cookbook. Ooh. So it's from this Dishoom cookbook, and Dishoom is an Indian restaurant. It's not your typical Indian takeaway, it's a bit more fancy, and it's a really good restaurant. And I saw this book being advertised, and I was like, oh, I need to get it because I love the restaurant, I love Indian cuisine in general, and I wanted to learn how to make their dishes exactly how they do it. So this is a brunch recipe, and it's effectively cheese on toast with a Dishoom twist. So I've got about 100 grams of light cheddar, I've got 4 eggs cracked into bowls, some butter, 4 slices of toast, nice and thick slices of toast like that, and it's a nice loaf of bread. I don't know, we got into that habit as well, just got buying like a nice loaf of bread for the weekend. And then I got some chopped up spring onions and green chilies with the seeds taken out, so it's not too spicy. So the first thing you need to do is lightly toast your bread. So this has just come out the toaster, so it's warm and it's just starting to crisp up on the outside. And then we're just going to butter these slices of toast. Okay, and then we can set those aside for just a second. Now, next up, what we want to do is basically mix the chili and the spring onions and the cheddar, and we need to save a little bit reserved on the side to top right at the end. So just, you want to put a little bit of the cheese, a little bit of the spring onions, and a little bit of the chilies aside. And then with this bowl, we're just gonna whack all of the spring onions that we've chopped up into the bowl with the cheese, as well as the green chilies. Get that all in there, like that, and then you want to add a load of black pepper. And then, we're just gonna mix it up with a spoon. And you want the cheese to melt a little bit, sort of, at least warm up a little bit so you can sort of mold it into a shape, like this. You can even mix it up with your hands like this, look. Such a nice combination of flavors, all that cheddar, the chili, and the spring onions. Really, really cool. And so it's gonna look like that, so set that aside. Now I'm just going to move this along. And I've actually been preheating a baking tray in the oven, which is on 200 degrees. So this is really hot, this baking tray. And then we're just gonna put the toast on here like this. And then we're going to add the cheese mix to our slices of toast. And there we go. Now these are ready to go in the oven for about 6 to 8 minutes, basically, until the cheese has started melting and bubbling. Whilst that is in the oven, we need to cook our eggs, because we need eggs for the top of our cheese on toast, because it's brunch, and it wouldn't be a brunch recipe without eggs. So, you're gonna boil a saucepan of water, you're gonna add a little splash of vinegar, and salt the water too. And then you're gonna stir a whirlpool into the water, and then you've got your eggs cracked in there. All you're gonna do is add the eggs to there. And yeah, you can do 2 at a time. It's a little bit trickier. It might get a little bit more messy and they might join together, but it's fine because we can split them up at the end. So that's gonna take literally about 2 or 3 minutes to cook. And of course you wanna make sure that you don't overcook the eggs, because you want runny yolks. You want lovely golden runny yolks to splooge all over your cheese on toast. A la smoothie. Lovely, lovely. And so, it's been in for about 6, 7 minutes, I'd say. The cheeses are melted. Look at that. Lovely stuff. You don't want to overdo it in the oven because the bread's going to get really sort of tough. Whoa, look at that. With a poached egg on top. Are you joking? It's too good. There's 1 poached egg. 2 poached eggs. So that these poached eggs have come out sort of joined together. So what we can just do, I'd let them drain off anyway for a bit. Oh no, I've cut my yolk in half. Okay, quick, we're gonna have to get that on to our toast over there. And then so on top of this, you just want to put a little bit, tiny bit more cheese on top with the peppers and the spring onions. Same for over here. Our matey's got an injury. He's bleeding golden yolks, golden runny yolks. Okay, and so a little bit more pepper on top of the eggs. And then what are we gonna serve it with? Tiny bit of rocket. I smashed up some avocado too. So where should we put that? Put that there. And then Megan's favorite. She loves a hash brown on a Saturday morning. So just put them on the side. The sides are optional, of course. A little squirt of ketchup. And then of course you don't want to forget the smoothie. I think it's a peach and nectarine frozen mix I've used. Bit of vanilla protein, milk, peanut butter, and a bit of Greek yogurt too. And so yeah, that's what it's gonna come out looking like. So we've got the hash browns, avocado, bit of rocket on the side, poached eggs on top of cheese on toast with spring onions and chilies and lots of black pepper and a little bit of ketchup on the side. And if I was to show you what it looks like in the Dishoom cookbook, that's what it looks like. So pretty similar. He's obviously fried his eggs, whereas I've poached mine. So that's it. Let's go and give Megan her little treat in bed. Ta-da! Surprise, surprise, it's the cheese on toast. That's what Megan really wanted.
It's my favourite breakfast.
Should we do an egg check? You want to check the eggs?
Did you tell them how you make it?
Yeah, but it's not my recipe, but it is a really, really good recipe. And you can easily adapt it to suit you. Go on.
Oh, it's a good one. Wait, let's try this one. Oh, they're both good ones.
Yeah.
No, don't get it all out.
So, here's mine. Got my smoothie. It's a nice smoothie, actually.
Is it a peach one?
It's the peach and nectarine mix. Sorry, I hope you don't mind me using it.
No, I bought you one.
Oh, right.
One of them's for you.
Oh, god damn it. I thought I was using yours. But we
well,
share.
The other one's fine then.
What's mine is mine.
Oh, look at you.
And what's yours is mine.
Do you want to taste my smoothie?
Oh, she's been sunbathing in the sun all morning. She just goes outside and lies on the patio on her side like this and just has a little snooze as soon as the sun comes out.
A bit of smoothie for you, Blue Bear. Happy Saturday. Is that nice?
She likes the Saturday morning routine, doesn't she? She sort of potters downstairs, has a little sunbathe, then she'll come back up, check what mummy's doing, watching a bit of Disney, have a snuggle, and go back downstairs, get some sun. But I think that's it for the vlog. Sorry I couldn't do the big sort of surprise that I wanted to do. I think I'm going to do that in the next vlog. The delivery should come at some point today. It's nothing that exciting. You basically guessed it last night, so.
A cake.
No. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and I shall be back next week, probably with another vlog. Let me know what sort of things you want to see. This one's ended up quite sort of health and fitnessy tips. Tippity tip tips. I've showed you a couple recipes, I've showed you how to make a good smoothie, and I showed you that brutal cardio thing. Are you wagging at what Daddy's saying?
No.
Are you wagging?
She thinks you're talking to her then.
If you guys want to see our breakfast one more time, I'll give you a little slow pan over.
Try it.
Whoa.
It's the best breakfast I've ever had.
It is really good, and it's not my recipe, so there you go. That's good. But yeah, I'd like to adapt it maybe and make it my own.
The cheese.
It's cheese on toast, effectively.
Yeah, but it's the cheese that makes it so good.
With the spring onions and the chilies, it's awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you very, 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 very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye. Say bye, Blue Bear. Bye.